Is the PMP worth it for construction managers, or is it just a generic credential that nobody cares about? In this video, I'll break down the pros and cons and share my own personal experience getting the PMP. If you want to get ahead in your construction management career, there's fundamentally two things you can do. You can get better at your job, you can learn new skills, apply them better, increase your job performance, and you need to be able to market yourself to demonstrate to potential employers that you have these skills. The fundamental question is, getting the PMP going to help you do either of these things? If you don't already know, the PMP is a certification offered by the Project Management Institute. It's considered the gold standard of project management. To get the PMP, you need at least 4 years of project management experience to have completed a 35-hour project management course and then to sit and pass an exam. If you don't meet the 4-year minimum experience, you can also get a different certification called the CAPM, the Certified Associate in Project Management. So now let's explore the benefits of the PMP and explore whether it's going to help us either improve our job performance, so get better at construction project management, or to help us market ourselves to potential employers. So pro number one is credibility. The PMP is the gold standard for project management. It's a globally recognized certification. I have it on my CV and my LinkedIn profile, and every job interview I've done since I got it, people have asked me about it, and I quite often get asked by my peers who are interested in getting the certification. As an extension of the credibility of the certification, by obtaining your PMP certification, it will give you access to additional job opportunities. If you don't believe me, simply Google project manager jobs, and you'll quite often see the PMP listed as a prerequisite for these jobs. Employers see the PMP as an easy way of validating that candidates have developed project management skills. And even if employers don't expressly nominate it as a job requirement, having it on your CV will improve your likelihood of getting an interview. So those two pros fit into the category of helping to market yourself as an effective project manager. The third pro is by sitting and obtaining the PMP, you're actually going to increase your job performance. You're going to learn the skills needed to effectively manage, coordinate, and run projects. It forces you to master the core project management principles, and while it is a bit generic, and I'm going to talk about this as a negative later on, it still gives you a framework to understand the fundamentals of project management. In summary, benefits are credibility, increased job opportunities, and improved skills, and the evidence supports this. The study by the PMI showing that PMP accredited project managers earn on average 44% more than their non-accredited peers. Now, depending on whether you believe that 44% is directly attributed to getting the PMP or whether it's a reflection of the type of people who sit and pass the PMP, depends on you. However, it is a remarkable difference. So the data seems to suggest that getting the PMP is a way to increase your earnings. So what about the negatives? What are the downsides of getting the PMP? Well, the first big one is the investment, the time and money it takes to get the accreditation. You need to pay for a project management course and then pay to sit and pass the exam. The exam fees for the PMP, as of now, are $405. Then you need to pay for an ongoing PMI membership, which is roughly $175 every 3 years. So that's the cost, but in terms of time, you need to sit a 35-hour project management course. You also need to study for and prepare to pass the exam, which will take you a fair bit of time. And on top of that, to maintain your certification, every 3 years, you have to do 60 hours of professional development. Depending on your perspective, you could see that as a benefit. It forces you to do regular ongoing learning. However, if you're looking purely as an investment of time as a downside, then yes, it does require a significant amount of effort. But again, in terms of the investment, if you compare the money to sit and pass the exam, to buy the project management course, and then the time it takes to study, If you believe the 44% statistic, then that's a massive jump in earnings and definitely worth the investment. The next negative of the PMP comes down to the substance of the PMBOK, the project management body of knowledge, and what you learn when you undertake a typical project management course. Construction projects have specific and unique challenges. One of the issues with the PMP and the Project Management Institute's framework for managing projects is it treats all projects as the same. It is designed to teach people about software projects, healthcare projects, manufacturing projects. And it doesn't address the specific intricacies of managing construction projects. Project management is a domain-specific skill. Construction project management is different to software project management. It's different to healthcare project management. Is there an overlap? For sure. However, taking a generic project management course won't necessarily equip you with the specific knowledge you need to more effectively manage and run a construction project. That's why I created our Fundamentals of Construction Project Management course. It's a course focused around the PMBOK that meets the 35-hour project management education requirements, but it specifically addresses how to apply the principles from the PMBOK, the key knowledge areas, and how they get applied in practice to construction projects. So you can learn the fundamentals of project management, but you also understand exactly how to apply them to successfully deliver and run a construction project. You get the benefits of improving your CV, gaining accreditations, and you also develop the exact skills you need to successfully manage and run construction projects. To conclude, is the PMP worth it for you? Well, that's a personal question you have to answer. Are you willing to make the time and investment, or are you busy with other priorities? If you're willing to invest in your career, you're desperate to get ahead, then I would highly recommend getting the PMP. I don't regret getting it for a second. I'm super glad I did. But it fundamentally comes down to you and what best suits your career goals.